Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another Inspiration Collaboration Design Team Challenge. This month, the team has challenged each other to use a product or several products from the Sale-A-Bration flyer. Okay, so I'm going to use a couple. So I'm going to use Documenting the Day on that page and then a DSP collection called Bloom Impressions. And I'm going to create a double page layout using these products. So this is the DSP Bloom Impressions, and you get a pack of floral papers, and you can get this with any $60 purchase. So the pictures I'm going to scrapbook are from a workout hill. It's the challenge hill that's in our town, and it's 200 steps up, and it's just a really good workout. And I've got some pictures with a couple friends doing the challenge hill. So all of these pictures are 3x4, and I'll be putting them on a double page spread. So let's choose some papers. I'm going to start with a base of White Daisy, and it's going to be covered up, so really you can pick whatever cardstock you have on hand. This is just to make things easier to put my layout together. And I think I'm going to start with this piece. It looks like sky, looks like clouds in the sky. And then this green piece I'm going to put down below. So I've got these two patterns, and then I can put pops of this floral pattern in. The blue goes, of course, with the blue sky. And then I'm looking at my friend Lisa's shirt, the pink shirt, and then I'm going to pull some pink florals to kind of pull that pink out. So just going to kind of pull some things, and then I like that one too. So yeah. So I'm going to work with these patterns. And then I'm going to pull in a piece of country wood just to kind of ground things. And in the pictures, the railroad ties that make up the steps, just bring in some wood to the whole layout too. So we'll start with that. So the stamp sets that I'm going to use, this first one is called Documenting the Day. And you can get this with any $60 purchase for free during Sale-A-Bration. And then I'm just going to use these little flowers that are part of this set called Heart Shaped. And this Heart Shaped set comes with a die set as well. And so you can get that with a $120 purchase. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to speed things up. I'm going to start by cutting the green piece at 8 inches. So we'll have 8 inches at the bottom of the left and right page, and then above it we'll have 4 inches of the blue paper. So we'll bring in another one to do the right page, and we'll go ahead and cut off 4 inches. So that'll leave the balance, and then we'll bring in the blue. So that can be at the top of each page. So it's kind of like grass on the bottom, sky above. So we'll do that. And I'm just looking at the pattern, and it doesn't really matter. The whole page looks good. So I'll just cut off 4 inches there. Okay, so that will be the base of my layout. And then I'm going to bring in the wood grain paper to create a block for my photos. So I'm going to cut that. Each side will be 10 by 6. So we'll go ahead and cut off 2 inches, and then we'll cut this in half. And that will be the base for the pictures. I might butt them up against each other, or I might center it. That remains to be seen. I'll just get them all cut out first. And then Now we can bring in some pops of this floral. First, we'll put our pictures down just to kind of see what it's going to look like. And over on the right side, I'll be putting my journal block. So we'll have 5 pictures plus a journal block. And then we'll go ahead and add some pops of floral. So you don't need a ton. I'm going to do some 1/2-inch strips. So I'm going to pull this one. And I wasn't sure which side I wanted to use, but ultimately I decided on this one because later on you'll see some ephemera that's got more of that peach color. So we'll start with that. And I'm going to place that as a border between the 2 blocks of green and blue. And then we'll go ahead and pull in another. So I like this one. It's not as at first I was going to use the reverse side with more pink, but then I thought I'd bring in something that had some more greens and blues along with the pinks. So I'm going to cut off 2 strips at 1/2 inch each, and then I'll cut them down to 10 inches. And these strips will lie on that photo block right there. Okay. I like that. All right. So now I think I want to bring in some thread. This is the Neutral Tones linen thread. So I'm going to use this blue. And then off camera, I've cut my title, or part of my title. I've used Bluebird cardstock, and I've cut out the letters that say Challenge Hill, and I've used the mini alphabet dies. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in another piece of Country Woods along with the Deckled Rectangles, and that's what I cut my journal block out with, and then I've done my journaling off camera on this wood grain paper. Okay. All right, we're getting there. And then I've cut some tags. This is from a Close to My Heart set called Tags and Tabs. And so I wanted to put my friends' names and the date on those tabs. And this is the ephemera I was talking about. This is from a collection called Spring Celebrations Ephemera, and it's from the new January mini book. Okay, so we'll see more of that later on. Now I'm going to do my stamping of my main title, and this is from Document the Day. So I'm going to do a very light line just to make sure that I'm going to stamp straight and figure out the placement of my stamp. So I decided that I want my title to be centered, but the words documenting the are going to be staggered over the word day. And I want to figure out how to center that and also place it so that it's going to be right below that photo block. So I'm measuring a few times. I'm going to pull that down a little bit more from the line that I drew and make sure that the whole thing's going to be centered. So this is a one and done, and it's a little bit scary, but yeah, I'm just going to go for it. We'll ink up that stamp and figure out the placement using my T-square just to be sure. And we'll go ahead and put that down. And with such a large stamp, make sure that every bit of it makes contact with the paper and the ink gets a chance to soak in. So just gonna be sure, place that and not pressing too hard, but hard enough. Yay, it worked out. So I always hold my breath when I do that, when I'm stamping on my layout. Okay, so documenting the It's going to kind of stagger over the word day, and the G kind of drops down in between the D and the A. So we'll go ahead and ink that up. Same way we did the large one. Make sure you don't have any excess ink on your block. And we'll go ahead and stamp that down. And place that down. And make sure it has a chance to sink in. And ta-da! Yay, that worked. Okay, so I've glued down the background to my white daisy 12 by 12. And now I'm going to add some of this thread. So glue dots. Glue dots are your friend. And just start out by placing it on the back and then just wrap it around as many times as you want. I like 3. And then we'll go ahead and snip that off and add more glue dots to place that. And then I'll use my tape runner and tape that whole block down. So I do fuss with it a little bit off camera. We'll get that down. And then add it to my layout. Okay, and we'll do the same thing off camera with the right page. All right, now I'm feeling like my pictures, I need a matte. I feel like they're kind of disappearing on that wood grain. So let's get them to pop. I'm going to bring in some more Bluebird cardstock, and I'm going to cut mattes. So they wind up being, I just want a tiny bit of that blue to show. So they wind up being 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And we'll do that for all the pictures. Okay, so I'm going to bring in that heart-shaped stamp set. I'm going to use this little trio of flowers. They're so cute. I'm going to stamp them with Melon Mambo. And I didn't have enough journaling to fit my block, so we're going to add some flowers. Just make it a little more interesting. They're so cute. Okay. All right, so my journal block's all done. We can go ahead and add that to the layout on the right page. And then we're ready to start adding some ephemera. So this is the spring celebrations, and it's got a lot of great, it's got some wood grain twig wreath rings. And so I popped those out, and then some butterflies and some greenery and some floral sprigs. And I need to make a base for all of those little good things. So I'm going to bring in Spotlight on Nature, and I'm going to cut a couple of circles. So I'm going to bring in that floral again. I couldn't decide, do I want to use the one that's more pink or the one that has pinks and peaches? And ultimately I decided on the pink and peach. We'll cut a circle there, and then we'll cut a circle in the other pattern. And I like the one with the white base over on the left page. And we'll go ahead and chop both of those in half. And we'll have one on the left page, one on the right page as sort of a base for the ephemera. Okay, so now we can start adding all these little doodads. At first I thought I was going to be able to use these little twig wreaths, but they weren't working. I didn't like them. So that's a no. We'll save those for another project. I do like that half circle, so that's going in there, and we'll start popping some things in. I want a base for my tabs, and we'll move it over just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that's a good base for the ephemera. So we'll start with that, and then we can start tucking in different things. And I think that large butterfly is going to go over on the right page. We've got lots of little butterflies too, and they're kind of ombre in pinks and peaches. And then we've got some of these florals as well. Add that other tab. And yeah, we'll just start tucking in these little flowers and the leaves all around. I like that. Add a little butterfly. Okay, and then on the right page, we'll do the same thing, tuck in some flowers, and we'll get some more greenery on that side with the butterfly. A little bit fussy. We'll get everything down. And so then off camera, I will glue everything like that. And the butterfly. Good. Okay, and to finish it off, I have these low profile dots, and they come in pink and gold. So I'm going to use this pale pink. I'm going to scatter a bunch around, and some of the gold ones I used on the trio of little flowers. And now we'll pull everything closer to the camera. So make sure you click on the playlist. I'll put some information in the description below. And you can find the other Inspiration Collaboration Design Team projects using new products from Sale-A-Bration. And for a closer look at this layout, you can hop on over to my Facebook page. The URL is at the bottom of your screen. I'll put a link in the description below as well. And you'll see some still shots of this project. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'd sure appreciate it. And then you'd be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.